Cutting a lot of stick from the cockpit era.
Yam production in cockpit country on the southeastern side, for the most part, on gentle to steep slopes. So we have mitigated by introducing the establishment of vegetative barriers across the slope to prevent the soil from running down. So we have done about 2,000 farmers trained in that method and provided technical assistance and material to about 400 farmers to engage in this kind of activity to mitigate against the erosion of soil, which is a part of what supports the biological diversity here. We have started an ecotourism program that is both ecological tourism and community tourism. And what it is it looks at caves.
Welcome to the Cockpit Country Cave Exploration. We are about to enter the subterranean world of the caving environment.
The Cockpit Country has about 300 of Jamaica's 500 caves. And we have made an attraction out of one cave. It serves several purposes. It provides an income for the community through the amount of people who are employed, who service the product or the attraction with many services. It provides us with some generated income to promote the conservation. And significantly, it allows us to demonstrate the appropriate way to access these kinds of communities safely so you don't reduce the populations in there of the bats, which are quite significant.
We actually do use our cave here at Windsor. We do use it for ecotourism. Okay, so this is the mouth of the Windsor Cave. It's the lower entrance, and it's one of the exits through which rat bats come out at night. It's quite small, as you can see, about 4 foot wide and 5 foot high. And even from here, I can feel the cool draft coming out. It's our local air conditioning unit. But you can see the vines and things hanging down. And quite often we get snakes hanging at the entrance of the cave too, trying to catch a meal for the night.
Franklin Taylor, also known as Dango, is the warden for the Windsor Cave.
I'm taking care of the Windsor Cave for many years. And I also take people to the Cockpit Country. If they want to hike to the mountain, I took them out there and take the best care of them and bring them back. Many years I'm right here, but I love to do my farming meanwhile. Yeah, this is the area where I work. Where I cultivate my banana and plantain, yams, and chocho, and these are red peas. When I'm not farming, I keep the road to the cave clean and see that the cave is okay.
The Cockpit Country Local Forest Management Committee allows the people of the Cockpit Country communities to take charge of their own environment.
Up at the southwest branch, we have a really good project going at Flagstaff, which is the Flagstaff Heritage Trail. It's a really important part of Cockpit Country's cultural history, because Cockpit Country was the home of the Maroons. Flagstaff is part of the economic sustainability of the local forest management committees, generating income for the people, but also giving some of the benefits to the local forest management committee itself for other activities.
Behind that over there, the British have a well that they build there. I am a tour guide. We have 14 certified tour guides from the TDPCO office here. This is the visitor center, which part we deal with our ecotourism system. We have this as a sustainable livelihood project to generate jobs, to graft to this instead of to graft to the forest. Because we have to keep the forest, sustain the forest and protect the forest, because it's our environment in which give us all our watershed and so many other little things.
Conservation is a sustainable way of life. You need to know what resources you have. There are some that are renewable, you can take them out and they come back. There are others, once you take them out, they're gone.
The Caribbean is a unique center of biodiversity, blessed with an abundance of natural resources, but threatened by the demands of a growing population. In Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic, local groups encourage best practices and sustainable livelihoods. bringing people together to protect and conserve their environment.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
In this 1 degree, you're able to do many things.
I think the field found me.
I'd rather work with the deceased than work with the living.
Let us open your mind to careers you've never considered.
Miniature model maker.
Game technician.
Animator.
With empowerment.
Career moves.
Anywhere money is, that's where I am.
I started out selling out of the trunk of my car.
If everybody think the same way, everybody going in the same line.
Being an entrepreneur takes everything that you've got. Weekends? What's weekends? We work on a weekend. There are real opportunities everywhere you look. But you have to have the passion.
If I do my part well, then everything is okay.
We believed in ourselves and our families believed in us.
Being convinced of this great opportunity, why we are all here doing what we're doing now.
We go around Jamaica to visit a few of our most historical homes, each with their own little story. Our first stop, let's find out.
I'm Stephen Price, Head of Retail Sales and Distribution at Flow. You're watching Business Access TV. Serious about business.
You're watching Business Access TV.
Business Access.
Business Access.
Business Access.
Business Access.
You are watching Business Access TV.
Business Access TV.
Serious about business.
Serious about business.
The patrons of the 14th Regional Investment and Capital Market Conference have gotten the opportunity to sit back a little and unwind as the annual networking session takes place. Business Access TV is here to bring you some of the highlights.
I just want to take this time out to introduce our Managing Director, Mrs. Street Forest, the lovely. She's going to come forward and give us just a few words on what has been happening, and of course to continue to, tell us that we need to enjoy ourselves tonight, because yes, we're talking business, we're talking about investment, we're talking about building a better nation, a better region, a better world. But Mrs. Street Forest, please come and grace the microphone. Thank you, ma'am. Looking lovely as usual. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Let me extend a warm welcome to you again at this function. I am really going to be very short, because what I want to really do is to thank you all for coming out. Thank you for supporting us for the last 14 years. There are persons here who are new to the event, some who have been with us for the last 14 years. I cannot stop by. I have to continue to thank our sponsors, our participants, and all the persons who have made this possible for us. As the evening wears on. I just want you to enjoy yourself, let your hair down, and ensure that we do what we need to do in terms of networking, meeting new people from all over the globe, and just enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Well, my name is Orlando Soto. I'm the CEO of Acobo Broker-Dealer from Costa Rica. We're looking to list a mutual fund, real estate, in the Jamaican Stock Exchange. This is my first time at this event. I really congratulate you guys for the 15th anniversary and also for the spirit that the event has over people, over companies that wanted to be listed on the exchange. And in general, to the CEO, she's wonderful. I think you have a gold mine in Jamaica, and for many years to come, and good progress to Jamaican companies.
So separate and apart from the Jamaican market being the best stock market in the world, what led you to thinking about listing in Jamaica?
Well, besides that, Jamaican broker-dealers, good partnerships with them. They're good people, very sophisticated. I found very good partners. Very interesting market, not only because of the market, but also because of the people.
Which stock exchange is the best performing stock exchange for 2018?
Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Is she correct? Oh my goodness, you are correct. We have to thank every single member of the stock exchange because we could not do it without you. Thanks for being the best performing stock exchange in the world.
So how was 2018 for your business?
Well, 2018 for my business was good. We decided to come to Jamaica because Jamaica imports about $1 billion a year in produce to service their resort community. I live in Las Vegas. Las Vegas imports about $2 billion a year of produce from California and Mexico. So we decided to come down here and grow produce and service the resort community. The investment conference has been great. Met a lot of people that I already have known, and then was able to meet some people that I hadn't known. So it's been very, very beneficial.
Is it your first year here?
No, I've lived between Montego Bay and Kingston for about 7 years, and moved back to the States in 2004, and I'm back now.
So what can we expect from your business for 2019?
You can expect us to launch in 2019 and grow produce, supply resorts, and expand and continue to grow.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
Creating change, building a future, caring hands, giving back, touching hearts, and shaping lives. Impacting our world for the better.
In this 1 degree, you're able to do many things.
I think the field found me.
I'd rather work with the deceased than work with the living.
Let us open your mind to careers you've never considered.
Manager, model maker,
Game technician.
Animator.
Good job. Empowerment.
Career moves. Anywhere money is, that's where I am.
This week on Home Sweet Home, we go around Jamaica to visit a few of our most historical homes, each with their own little story. Our first stop, let's find out.
Man shoulder fearful. In a chain bling bling. Bad mind is a sin. Unity with a dancers feel good than another. If you fight that, me picking out the feather. Don't bad mind, my brother, when him a go the leather. Money man up, go get the cheddar. If you not like that, hold them there. Pull it up.
How have you been enjoying this evening's proceedings?
God, it has been fabulous. I've been having some wonderful opportunities to network. Just congratulating Mrs. Marlene Street Forest on the amazing job that she's been doing with the Jamaica Stock Exchange, how she's effectively led the team, you know, just pulling out the best out of the people that she has around her, and how she's been, you know, managed to keep the stock exchange on top, and just getting to know some other persons, some other players in the market, like Carlos from NASDAQ, and many other persons who are here tonight.
So have you been at the conference overall?
Oh yes, I came here yesterday. I was here all day today, and tomorrow I'll be on. I'll be speaking in the afternoon, and I'll be here all day as well. It's a staple event for me. Like every year, I look forward to it. I mean, of the 14 years, I think I may have done 10 out of the 14 years. Yeah.
So you can basically say that this is certainly something that you have done in your calendar for every year.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. It has to be. Like, it's one of those events that get you started for the year. And, you know, you get to meet some of the people that you will need to help you to win all the plans that you have. So you identify all the persons who are there and say, yeah, you know what, let's partner, let's connect. So, yeah.
Do you have a business?
Oh, yes. So my original business is Pato Apparel, but I have formed out since then the Entrepreneurial You, which is a leadership and entrepreneurial brand. So we have a podcast, the Entrepreneurial You podcast, where I interview people like Seth Godin, Richard Branson, and so much more. And then there's LeaderCast, LeaderCast Kingston, LeaderCast Women, and LeaderCast Kingston is happening May 10 this year. So look out for it.
All right, so tell us, how have you been enjoying this evening's function?
It has been absolutely amazing. The vibe is nice, the food is good, and just to be at a function where it's rigorous, it's talking about figures all day, but just to let your hair down and just enjoy yourself and interact with the visitors from all over the world that's here to experience the stock exchange function this year.
Is it your first year here?
Yes, it's my first year, and I'm having a great time.
What brought you here?
Well, I wanted to see the launch of the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange because as an entrepreneur in the social enterprise space, it has been long anticipated and long fought for to see a social stock exchange. And I have friends like Defcan and Alpha who were part of that, so I really wanted to see the launch.
Certainly a good opportunity for social projects to get funding, and funding an issue for social projects generally in Jamaica?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I just wanted to note that in terms of the understanding of what social enterprise is, there has been a lacking because social enterprise, they don't only serve a social cause, but they're also enterprising, as the term says. So they make their own money, and when funds are invested in social enterprises, it's to make further social impact and to find other ways to be enterprising and make more money. So it's amazing that Jamaica has woken up and have smelled the coffee, because there are social stock exchanges in other parts of the world. And I think with this focus, then we can look at being number one more year. So just like 2015 and now 2018, and now we're looking at social value. So I think we have woken up, we have smelled the coffee, and the best is yet to come for the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Sunshine when I look at you, just a thing I can't explain, just the things that you do. And if you get lonely, just call me and take a second to give to me that magic you make every day. Love me your own special way, melt all my heart away with a smile. Take time to tell me you really care, and we'll share tomorrows forever. I'll always love you forever.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
In this one degree, you're able to do many things.
I think the field found me.
I'd rather work with the deceased than work with the living.
Let us open your mind to careers you've never considered.
Miniature model maker.
Game technician.
Animator.
Good job. Empowerment.
Career moves. Anywhere money is, that's where I am.
This week on Home Sweet Home, we go around Jamaica to visit a few of our most historical homes, each with their own little story. Our first stop, let's find out.
What year did the Jamaica Pegasus first host the conference? That is the investment conference. You tell me.
I'm going to go with 2010.
You are absolutely right. Pleased to take this box from my hand because it's so heavy. On a clapping.
Also with me is a good friend of mine, Camario Davis. How are you, sir?
I am good. How's it going?
It's been going well for me, but how's it been going for you? You're enjoying this evening's function?
I am. It's really good. You know, anything Jamaican is always enjoyable. I just said it's really enjoyable. I mean, really enjoying myself tonight.
What does Jamaica being the best stock market mean to you?
It means investment. It means more money in pocket for me. It means more money in pocket for the Jamaican people.
But as a young person, though, do you think young people generally should be concerned about stocks and stock market performance, that kind of thing? Is that important?
In all honesty, I do think that they need to play a part in stock exchange because it is highly important as it relates to you creating a job for yourself. So generating income as a young person is very important. And so I think that young people really need to focus on the stock market to make some money.
Especially being that the youth unemployment rate is, though it's trending downward, it's still particularly high. So it's something that you think they should definitely look into, correct?
Most definitely, most definitely. We always want to venture into the traditional careers. We want to be doctors, lawyers, teachers, whatever the sort. But we need to start thinking about how to create employment for ourselves. Why not invest on the stock market? Why not invest into Walmart? Why not invest in Jamaica Boilers, Sagicor, whatever it is that you feel you need to invest in. It's a really good opportunity, and I think young people of Jamaica need to start focusing there.
Hey, me say me love you like a free Wi-Fi. Me and you together like a pizza and rice. Without you, me can't sleep at night. Cause me fi be your husband, you fi be my wife. Why? Me say me love you like a free Wi-Fi. Me and you together like a pizza and rice. Why? Without you, me can't sleep at night. Promise you woulda never leave my side. Me no need no password to get no access. Anytime you come around, instantly you connect like Wi-Fi pan. One of me gadget and you're full of energy like a magnum tonic wine. Me fascinated by everything you do. Looking at me future, girl, I me see you too. To the altar, me ready figure bring you go. The ratings you're taller than a pinnacle.
So, Mrs. Street Forest, 14 years of celebration of knowledge exchange. How has it been for you this year?
It has been fantastic. You recognize that it has been really wonderful with the participants, the sponsors, and really those persons who have presented. We've had all the prime ministers of Barbados, prime ministers of Jamaica, past prime ministers, and they have given us quite a bit to think about. And what they have also given us is some amount of ingredients to go forward and do better. So I think that now we are poised to put in the necessary provisions in order to grow the capital market further than it is.
Historic launch this year, the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Tell us about how the environment is feeling about that, how persons are reacting to that.
Persons are reacting positively to it. Persons who want to give have called. Persons who want to list projects have also called. It has been so positive. Persons have asked exactly what this is, and we are going to have to explain it and explain it again. But we have no problem with that because we know that the social stock exchange will contribute to the growth and development of the third sector, the social sector. And we know that this growth is going to be positive for the entire Jamaica.
So finally, what can we expect for the 15th staging?
Well, the 15th staging, we should really allow the 14th to be finished. But we know that the 15th staging each year, we get better and better. And the 15th staging, we want to embrace more of the region. We want to embrace more of the world. And definitely, as we do with each year, we say what has been achieved from the past. And naturally,
for the 15th staging, we will want to report back to you to say, look, we have gained and garnered this amount of funds for the social exchange, and this is what it has done for Jamaica. So we want to report back to you the success that we have had for the 14th.
Certainly looking forward to it, and we hope that then Jamaica will still be the top stock exchange in the world. Thank you so much, Mrs. Street Forest.
You're most welcome.
We've come to the end of the 14th staging of the Regional Investment and Market Capital Conference's networking session. I'm Javon Keys for Business Access TV, serious about business.
Career Moves has always explored interesting careers, highlighting all you may not have known about them. This season is no different.
Coming back to Jamaica, everyone's like, fizzy what? Fizzy who?
When you find a bright boy or girl in the class and people say, what are you going to be? The parents will say, you have to go be a doctor, you have to go be a lawyer. Nobody says you have to go be a politician.
Let me see your hands!
Tune in Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Business Access TV.
Hi, Mas Errol. How you do?
Not too bad.
This was so interesting in the paper today, Mas Errol.
Enough things. Did you know that the EU has been doing a lot of work in Jamaica?
Who is the EU again, Mas Errol?
The European Union. A group of European nations that come together to promote social and economic progress and peace across the world.
For true? Newspaper is all well and good, but I bet I can find more information from the internet. I know just the person to call. Hi, Minister.
Minister.
Hi, Jody. Hi, Errol. What can you tell us about how the European Union has been helping Jamaica?
Over the past 43 years, we have received approximately 1.2 billion euros, and this has run the gamut of a number of developmental programs. A particular area of support has been in the area of agriculture. The EU has provided grant funding and support funding for sugar-dependent areas.
Between 2006 and 2017, the EU provided some 23 billion Jamaican dollars to help people living in areas that are dependent on sugar. Under the AMS, 397 houses have been built for residents. This replaces the old barracks-type housing in which they used to live.
The condition of the barracks were completely rough.
No light, no water.
We never have any transport. The bathroom is outside and the toilet was a pit toilet.
We never have no tank, we have a tank. The lights are here, the bathroom inside, the kitchen inside.
Thank God for the benefit we have right now.
Nearly 200 miles of roads have been built or reconstructed in the parishes of St. Catherine, St. Thomas, Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland and Clarendon.
Based on the roads that we did, it has created some form of ease for the truckers. Citizens of the area, they also benefit from the road.
More than 2,000 SDA residents have received vocational training.
The center would have been equipped to the tune of over 7 million Jamaican dollars to purchase various forms of training supplies and equipment across 3 skill areas: apiculture, bartending, and cosmetology.
I have been receiving training in various areas such as facial, massage, nail.
They have helped me to be certified and I can now earn an honest living from this.
The EU provided over 100 million Jamaican dollars in new business grants to residents in sugar-dependent areas.
Thanks to the EU for giving me this injection of 1,000 chicken, the feed and medication.
I received $1 million and it makes me into a woman that I am today.
The EU's AMS program has also funded extensive improvement to health facilities.
We expand the waiting area, operational space for our doctors and nurses.
The staff morale, it has improved because you're better able to work with more privacy.
With the funding, we're able to open this section we call the male ward. It is marked improvement over what it was.
You feel comfortable, feel like at home.
Enhancement of educational facilities.
I have assisted us in erecting an auditorium. We have a fully refurbished computer lab, and we have a library with over 300 books.
We got $11 million to build the facility, and it was a wonderful restroom for the school, and we appreciate it.
Upgrade of childcare facilities.
The funds were used to retile the bathrooms. We improved the plumbing area on the dorms, extended the kitchen and the dining room.
Conservation of the environment.
We embarked on a project here in Salt River, the Portland Biodiscovery Center. Funding has gone towards the erection of the building as well as the construction of the boardwalk.
Increased access to sporting facilities and the preservation of Jamaica's historical architecture.
We were fortunate to get funding for the rehabilitation of the building with computers and computer workstations.
The EU-Jamaica relationship has strengthened considerably in recent years.
Our contribution focused on building resilience, improving quality of life of people in the communities, and providing alternatives. I am absolutely confident that the strong and very constructive relationship that we have today, based on trust, based on partnership, will continue.
You see how the European Union partner with us?
You're right, Mas Errol. Life's sweet of it true with the EU.
I started out selling out of the trunk of my car.
If everybody think the same way, everybody going in the same line.
Being an entrepreneur takes everything that you've got.
Weekends? What's weekends? We work on a weekend.
There are real opportunities everywhere you look.
But you have to have the passion.
If I do my part well, then everything is okay.
We believed in ourselves and our families believed in us.
Being convinced of this great opportunity, why we are all here doing what we're doing now.
The Good Life, your trusted source for useful health and wellness information, lifestyle tips for the mind, body, and soul. Tune in Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
So Business Access TV has impacted my business pretty much, you know, in the obvious ways. Everywhere I go, people would stop me. Are you the girl that was on Business Access TV? I love your work is amazing. Of course, business-wise, orders came in through the interview. It's our ancient Japanese technique. The interview was great because I was able to explain my process and people really understood it. The impact of you doing an interview and showcasing it on Business Access TV is priceless. There's no dollar value for that. What is there to lose? You have everything to gain. It's been an amazing experience for me, and it will be for you.
Your business matters. Promote it on Business Access TV.
This is Solomon Sharp, CEO Main Event Entertainment Group. You're watching Business Access TV, serious about business.
You're watching Business Access TV.
Business Access.
Business Access. Business Access. Business Access.
You are watching Business Access TV.
Business Access TV.
Serious about business.
Serious about business.
Business Access TV is here at the JSC Core Competencies to Excel as a Corporate Secretary. I'm your host, Andrew Laidley. Please stay with us.
I wish to welcome you to yet another workshop, Corporate Secretaries Workshop. As you know, we have these workshops each year, and the reason we continue to do so is that we feel that we should be at the cutting edge of any changes that is occurring in whether locally or globally. We feel that the workshops have been beneficial to us so far, and that with each day when we have these changes, we should continue to look at educating the persons in this industry. This morning and this workshop is very special, as we will be hosting, it is being hosted in association with the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators. And as we move towards introducing the Corporate Governance Index, I think today is especially important so that we can see how this can be incorporated into what we do as company secretaries and others within the industry. It is especially important that we look at this to see how our companies will score higher in terms of corporate governance. Today is intended to be a very good workshop based on the persons who will be presenting. So I invite you to stay tuned, ask the relevant questions, and ensure that when we leave here, we can implement what we have learned.
The Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators is an institution that certifies secretaries, chartered secretaries, and I believe it is the only institution in the world that does that. It's incorporated by Royal Charter and has its base in England, London, England. And our dear leader, Simon Osborne, is the CEO of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries. In Jamaica, we have the Association of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators, which is a branch of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries. Today, we are very happy to be hosting this seminar with the Jamaica Stock Exchange, and I hope that what we present today, you might find something to take away from it, because we are going to try to give you something practical that you can use in your everyday life.
Governance has to suit each jurisdiction. One size cannot fit all. Even within a peer group of companies engaged in similar activities, similar business, because the dynamic is going to be different, because the business conditions are going to be different, the governance framework will necessarily be different. And as you comply or explain, also within a peer group of companies doing the same, broadly the same activity, you will find that they comply in different ways. And that's the beauty of a code of principles. So what do we mean by governance? The Cadbury definition, the process by which an organization is directed or controlled. The other perceived virtue of corporate governance on the part of politicians and policymakers is that it leads to increased opportunities and choice for all. Now that's one of those wonderful glib expressions that rolls off the tongue of a politician. And it sounds wonderful, doesn't it? But what on earth does it mean? As a political aspiration, it's great. Opportunities and choice for all. Hurrah, yeah, we'll all vote for that. But can we really expect corporate governance to deliver such an overtly political objective? I'll leave that one hanging in the air. Poor old Bob Diamond, he gets a bit of a caning over this one. He did actually say that corporate governance is not how you behave when you think no one is watching. He did actually say that. But I think it's a good reminder that, there's no point trying to do one thing, say one thing and do another. That sort of hypocrisy, you'll get found out eventually. The truth will always out. Governance is concerned with the exercise of power, the role of directors, the responsibilities of shareholders and how those are balanced. And it also deals with disclosure, transparency, accountability, internal control, and making sure you avoid that concentration of power in too few hands. Hence the desire, well, I mean, it's now become standard, certainly in the UK. America's finding it harder, but actually separating the roles of chairman and chief executive so that you achieve a more constructive tension at the top levels in the C-suite. What are some of the governance hot topics? Well, I don't know what it's like here, but remuneration in the UK never ceases to amaze me. I mean, and the way in which non-executive directors serving on remuneration committees aren't smelling the coffee, I just don't get it. But and the United States is just as bad. And what that is leading to is remuneration which is detached from performance, or levels of remuneration detached from performance are just leading to increasing inequality of wealth. And I think that could lead to unfortunate consequences socially. And it's something that has to be tackled. Hot topic. Legal risk has risen up the scale of corporate risks. The whole board diversity thing, gender is a major factor. But there is no doubt about it, board behaviour improves the more women join the board. And I know that from my own experience, funny enough, in a charity where I was deputy chair and I chaired the nomination committee. And I had to wield the knife. I removed 6 older male trustees, brought in 4 ladies, all of whom were younger. The average age came down. The speed with which business was transacted improved. Shorter board meetings, I'll drink to that. Made a difference. Now that's one example, but I think there's no doubt about it that I think the presence of women in boardrooms adds beneficially to the decision-making process. You've got the whole responsible capitalism issue, the managing of stakeholders and accountability to wider stakeholders. And that, interestingly, has led to the appointment of a committee now for a code of governance for private companies. I think that's long overdue in the UK. When you think about some of the bigger private companies, and I'm sure you've got them here, if one of those collapses, the impact on the economy and on the government could be significant. And then the whole question of board evaluations. Following the financial crisis, ICSA did some work on boardroom behaviours, the conclusion of which were 4 uncomfortable truths. Well-run companies can make strategic and sometimes catastrophic misjudgments. Risk management not properly overseen, monitored or reviewed by the board. Often it was just left to the audit committee. It's a board responsibility, is oversight of risk. Remuneration and incentivization not aligned with shareholders' interests, and a failure to inform stakeholders, not just shareholders, stakeholders, sufficiently. That work we did identified 3 areas needing attention. Institutional. Are corporate governance policies and architecture fit for purpose? Has management installed adequate processes and systems? And are directors exhibiting appropriate behaviours? So we had there the institutional, the organisational, and the behavioural. Now, we identified in that work that good practice boardroom behaviour was characterised by those 9 features. So clear understanding of the board's role. The board is there to oversee the management of the business. The board is not there to manage the business. And non-executive directors forget it's a case of noses in, fingers out. They smell the state of the business, they don't finger it. Does this business pass the smell test? Once the non-executive directors start interfering in the management of the business, it's very hard to hold an executive to account. You can't. You've syndicated the responsibility and the liability. Appropriate deployment of knowledge, skills, experience and judgment. So what balance of those have you got on the board? Independent thinking. Assumptions and established orthodoxy need to be questioned. Challenge has to be constructive. If people come onto a board full of suspicion or just trying to show off what a tough guy I am, I'll show these executives up for a load of incompetent idiots. If that's the mentality which a non-executive has, they're asking for trouble, because it will just lead to tension, in fact conflict on the board. Non-executive directors have to be constructive friends of the management team. Can't overemphasize that, constructive friends. Yes, and it's knowing how to challenge in a way which doesn't put people's backs up. And it requires a skill, emotional intelligence for a start. Yes, there has to be rigorous debate. The decision-making environment has to be supportive. There needs to be a shared vision. And for the chair, it's vital to close each item of business in a timely way, not let it go round and round and round ad nauseam. That's not the way to do it.
We go to a short break. More when we return.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
The Good Life, your weekly dose of information on nutrition, wellness, and fitness. Discover ways to nurture your mind, body, and spirit.
Welcome back to BATV's coverage of the JSE core competencies to excel as a corporate secretary.
We are now going to have a panel discussion, as you will see, and members of the local chapter will be participating, and Mrs. Henry Pottinger is going to be the moderator, and they're going to be talking about things that happen in a very practical way.
How rewarding is your job as a company secretary? Any tips that you can give to budding company secretaries, people who are waiting in the wings to take over your jobs? For me, I enjoy my job. I will not work anywhere else until I retire than with KPMG. As to rewarding, yes, it is rewarding in many respects. I like to see that the people who I work with, they are enabled, they are eloquent, they can answer questions from shareholders, they deal with matters like that with alacrity, and they are very responsive.
It's not glamorous in the sense that if the reward you're looking for is your name in lights, it's clearly the wrong profession for you. So I'm glad that Liz actually said the word enable, because you are an enabler, you're a facilitator. You know, we all understand, certainly after listening to Simon this morning, the importance of corporate governance. Well, all of that falls on your shoulders for you to administer. You pull it together. You keep all the moving pieces going in unison, and you don't, there will be no name in lights, certainly not where I operate for that. So if that's what you, but it can be, obviously it's very rewarding in other ways. Just in terms of tips, I can't stress enough, well, there are two main things I'll say. One is that just you have to have a high level of administrative capability, and and obviously you can't do it on your own. So whether it means an internal team or going for external support, you have to be extremely organized, and you have to make sure that you create a lot of systems which allow you to ensure that you comply with all the requirements that you have, which are numerous. Other than that, I can't stress enough the importance of what we keep calling soft skills, but they're not soft at all because they're critical for the role. Definitely, there's a higher level of judgment and diplomacy and management of relationships of people which is involved. We talked a little bit earlier about the relationship the tension between management and the board, which can sometimes exist. And in that case, your role is critical because you really are the diplomat who has to kind of navigate those two relationships and those two different sets of roles within a company. So that I can't stress enough how important it is to make sure that you develop your relationships and that you manage personalities.
I recall some years ago I did a document for my chairman, and I went to him and I'm explaining to him what it is that I'm doing and what it is that he needs. He says to me, where I must sign. So it gives you that level of confidence and trust, and to ensure that what you're doing and what you're presenting is correct. And you must build up that whole self-integrity so that, it is not questioned. And I feel that if I have to take something to somebody and they ask me, so where is this or what is that? I do my own self-assessment, because when I do a document, it says where, what, when, why, who, and so forth. So I ask myself those questions so that, you can develop that trust when you're working with somebody.
The job is really very, very interesting. The things that come across your desk are amazing, dynamic, invigorating, challenging. Scope is very, very diverse. Corporate governance has really taken its hold, rather, on Jamaica and within the Caribbean. There is just so much that we have to learn and offer to our clients and to ourselves. Certainly, if someone is looking at this as a profession, I think corporate governance is the way to go. That's just me personally. You'll always assist and help your clients, but there's always a nuance on what has occurred, what should have been done, and how we're going to correct it. And that's what I love about it. And working with PwC and my team, we have just so much to do. You've got to be very structured, lists, and more lists. You have to be very detail-oriented and be able to pick up, and very meticulous, and be able to pick up errors very easily.
In my role as a corporate secretary, the reward for me is I am constantly learning. Every day there is something that I didn't know, or something now that I have to go and know. And it is no 2 days are ever the same. Especially in our company, which we tend to be very entrepreneurial, the ideas come, and as a company secretary and as compliance, I have to research to say, can it be done? Can it not be done? Would this be in breach of anything? I would also advise that the regulators are good allies. From where I sit, I call them a lot because I need their guidance. They are more intimate with the laws and regulations and how they interpret what I am asking them to just bounce things off. So I would ask you to use them up. The company's office, the stock exchange, the Bank of Jamaica, the FSC, they're all very open to questions. No one has said no to me yet. Even if they don't know the answer, they'll research it and get back to us. And our real success lies in having a great team behind us, including KPMG.
Thank you.
And our team in Rep, Trinidad and Jamaica that supports me, because we just could not do it alone.
Thanks a lot, ladies. I hope then that those of you in the audience found something informative, instructive, that you can take away from this panel discussion.
Coming up after the break, what companies need to know about the Corporate Governance Index.
Your business matters. Business Access Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
The Good Life, your trusted source for useful health and wellness information, lifestyle tips for the mind, body, and soul. Tune in Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
Welcome back to BATV's coverage of the JSE core competencies to excel as a corporate secretary.
So what is this corporate governance index that we have been talking about? And it really is a tool that has been developed to measure how all entities that are listed, at least surely for us listed on the stock exchange, how it conforms to various established corporate governance principles. Now, typically, the index has a numerical value, right, where the extremes of the values are overall good and poor. And also, it assists in improving the transparency and ultimately FDI for countries, because research has shown that countries and surely listed companies, like using the stock exchanges that have a corporate governance index, especially when there's not very strong regulatory environment for them to operate within, the corporate governance index has actually helped to create greater investment opportunities. And what the research has shown is that countries with the indices have shown significant growth in corporate governance practices. So let's talk a little about the corporate governance index in Jamaica. And the index has been developed by the Jamaica Stock Exchange. As I indicated before, it's the first for the Caribbean region. The process that is being utilized is that it's going to be automatic, so that whether you're listed on the junior market or you're listed on the main market, you are going to be assessed using the index manual. So the purpose of the index, as stated by the Jamaica Stock Exchange, is to first of all periodically measure listed companies' conformance to required corporate governance principles and practices. It also should help to give companies an opportunity to differentiate themselves from other companies, because while all companies are listed and expected to be guided by certain principles and certain rules and certain legislations, you can differentiate yourself by the score that you probably will get based on the fact that you are adhering to a number of these principles. It will also provide a benchmark by which other parties, external parties, locally and internationally now, can gauge companies' adherence to corporate governance practices.
Every year, we have a workshop for the corporate secretary because we realize that they are an integral part of the corporate governance and effectiveness of publicly listed companies, whether it's on the junior exchange or the big board. And we were fortunate in that the head of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of the UK was coming on a visit to Jamaica to meet with the Jamaica Stock Exchange, because we are in the process of representing them in providing training and continuing development for corporate secretaries, persons who want to be corporate secretaries, and as a matter of fact, there is an upcoming fast track that's going to be available for attorneys and chartered accountants who invariably are performing the duties of the chartered secretary. And what it will allow them to do is to have the formal chartered secretary designation. So we felt that this was very important to continue to lift the profile of the chartered secretary and their role in listed companies.
I thought the conference was excellent, actually. The seminar was excellent. It touched on very important aspects that are critical for the development of our businesses within Jamaica and internationally, and for our companies, concentrating on corporate governance and the amendments that have just occurred in the Companies Act and why corporate governance is so important. So I encourage everyone to be at the next seminar.
But governance is here to stay. There's no doubt about that. And it's the proportionate application of governance principles which is so important in all types of organisation. But in order to be able to do that, every organisation needs to be clear about its organisational purpose. Then the board, the directors, need to be clear about the key values by which that purpose is going to be delivered. Only then can you devise a governance framework for your particular type of organisation. Every organisation, however big, however small, needs to do that.
Who does corporate governance benefit again?
Obviously, it benefits the companies themselves, it benefits their shareholders as the owners, or if it's an unincorporated body, the members. But it also benefits wider society. I think that's the important point. Their employees, those with whom they do business, and ultimately it benefits the government, because if an enterprise fails and is employing people and it fails because of poor governance practices, the ultimate responsibility financially was going to fall on the government. For example, in social security payouts for unemployed people. I think also if companies fail because of poor governance, it doesn't reflect well on the country. And for a country that is trying to entice inward investment, if the governance framework isn't up to snuff, as we say, then that could have a potentially negative effect. So good governance, it just makes sense. There's plenty of anecdotal evidence too that good governance enhances reputation. It also, for organisations, particularly commercial ones, reduces the cost of capital. It just makes sense.
That's it from us here at the JSC Core Competencies to Excel as a Corporate Secretary. I've been your host, Andrew Laidley, and thanks for tuning in to Business Access TV, serious about business.
Grown from 20 million US to now having 800 million US dollars.
Knowledge, skill, and professionalism. Those are my tools and my armor.
It's a big men don't cry, right? It's a big men don't cry, right?
We were being robbed some $531,000.
I've been angry to the point where I feel like I will get it big.
I'm Butch Hendrickson. You're watching BATV, serious about business.
Accounting services. Providing financial information to our clients in a timely and accurate manner is a commitment that we feel cannot be compromised. Meaningful, well-organized financial records ensure that your business operations will run more effectively on a daily basis. Dodgen Global provides a full range of cost-effective accounting services, including the following: general ledger and financial statement preparation, bookkeeping, monthly, quarterly, annually. Accounting system set up for new businesses, compilation of financial statements, audits and reviews. For more information and to discuss your requirements with one of our experts, please contact us today. Email info@dodgen.global. Website https://dodgen.global.
In this one degree, you're able to do many things.
I think the field found me.
I'd rather work with the deceased than work with the living.
Let us open your mind to careers you've never considered.
Miniature model maker.
Game technician.
Animator.
Empowerment.
Career moves.
Anywhere money is, that's where I am.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
My name is David Morrison, and I am the president of Morrison Financial Services Limited, a company that is headquartered in Toronto, Canada. We're a commercial finance company. We started in 1987, so we've been in business 31 years. We provide financing to small businesses of a variety of types. We do export financing. We provide mortgage financing for builders and developers to help them build out their projects, such as this one today. We provide financing to condominium corporations that have to do major repairs to their buildings. I've been coming to Jamaica for 30 years. I'm going to be 63 this year. I've been coming for a very long time. And I love Jamaica. The first development that I financed down here was in 1996. It was New Era Homes, who have become a major developer here, great developers. They're Angels Estate outside of Spanish Town for the National Housing Trust. And just ever since then, I've been interested in Jamaica. But more recently, we have an employee that we love at our company. His name is Adrian Bennett. And his father actually owned this land upon which we're building here and was looking for somebody to help him develop it, to put up the money and to do that. And primarily because of our affection for Adrian, we took a look at this. We had been asked once and turned it down. And then we decided we're going to get involved in this. And so it's a combination of my love for Jamaica, and we had an employee who we thought we would try to help in this way. So they're beautiful, in my view. Okay, we've done an extensive study of the market in Jamaica. We think that this development very much speaks to the market. There's 300 houses and various amenities. They're all 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, but some of the houses have additional space because they have walkouts, because the land is undulating. So it goes down, and we decided to, on the ravine portions, to make walkouts that will add a significant amount to the house. There's various different models. There's something here for everybody. And there's also great amenities. There's a clubhouse with an infinity pool and party room if you wanted to do a party there, bigger than what fits in your house. There's going to be a walking trail around here. We're looking at various different amenities. So far, every dollar that's gone into this site has come from my company. It's a substantial amount of money. We have invested approximately $15 million US, and it's going out more every day. But we're committed to seeing it all the way through, and we're excited about it. We've had several Jamaican banks inquire with us about possibly providing some of the construction financing, and there's many that want to provide financing for the purchasers. So they're represented here today, and they will be represented in all of our promotional literature. A lot of the homes are being marketed to diaspora. We're trying to get Jamaicans abroad to invest in Jamaica and to care about Jamaica as they do, but to express that care by owning a home here. I love Jamaica, but I'm not above seeing some of the problems that exist in Jamaica. I think that Jamaica is struggling to become part of the first world and to have an economy that's developed, and is struggling to deal with wealth inequality and various other social problems. And I don't believe that those problems are going to be fixed in just one generation. I think if you want to have hope for the future in Jamaica, you have to educate the children. And last year, we, Edge Hill Homes, paid the full cost to build the Boscobel Infant School. What we've done as well is we have built into the bylaws of this community association a mandatory requirement that every homeowner contribute a small amount every year to a fund managed by Food for the Poor Jamaica that will be used to support that school to make sure that they have the best computers, the best supplies, the best equipment, all the maintenance, the best teachers, and that those children grow up with a great education. And so I say to you, okay, just by owning a home in the gates of Edge Hill, just by that simple thing, you are helping to make a better future for Jamaica. The other thing that we've done, which is very special, I think, every architect, every engineer, every professional, every laborer working on this site, and I think the total is now about 200, all sourced in Jamaica. So we've created a real benefit to this community in creating jobs and creating investment and bringing investment. And we again hope that that will be an example for everybody. We think it's important that Jamaicans build this place.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
We've got 2 model homes up. We've got about 78 to 85 shells up in phase 1, and we're working towards the completion of phase 1. The home construction is very good. It's slab on grade on marl pads, and we've got aluminum forms that we source from Colombia. So it's all formed concrete construction, which is superior to a block and steel solution. As far as the craftsmen on site, it's entirely Jamaican as far as the labor and the management is concerned. And we've got housing across the street for, I think, 150 people. So we can have them close to the site, and we have access to a good skilled labor pool here in Jamaica. So we're really happy to be able to use local labor.
People welcomed the development because it was well needed, the investment was needed. It brought training, it brought job opportunities. The vast majority of the 200 were mainly females who came and learned a skill, and they were certified on the job. We have also seen the collaboration between the developers and the community, where they have done some work on the roads. They have, based on the discussions we have been having with them, have also proposed to complete the road right up to Mango Valley and to put street lights and CCTV systems on the road, which will be hooked up to the Jamaica Eye system as well. Where the development is in Edgehill in St. Mary, in Western St. Mary, one of the safer parts of not only St. Mary but Jamaica. And therefore, a matter of crime, while crime is everywhere, but in this part, it's not an issue. Plus, this is going to be a gated community, and they will also have CCTV cameras throughout the development and on the main access road. Because the way the development has happened, where the whole community has been involved, people see this development not as a means of tearing down, but as a means of helping them to build up.
We are now sitting in our largest floor plan, which is the Elizabeth. It is 1,904 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a study that can either double as a study or a separate dining area. This is the larger of our 2 floor plans that you would have available to you. The smaller of the 2 would be the Diana. The Diana is 1,658 in square feet, and it is also a 3-bedroom, 2-bath that is available. Price difference would be the location. There's premium locations. We have locations that will attain ocean views, so that will be a premium. We have beautiful cul-de-sacs, which enhances your privacy of your home. And then we have oversized lots as well. Some people want more land, and they will be a great candidate to have an oversized lot. We like to maintain the integrity and maintain the value of the homes. So what we have as restrictions are we won't be adding on additional rooms to the homes, nor will we be adding fences. What I've told people in the past and other developments I've worked with like this is if you have a desire for a fence, build some landscaping. Create your fence with landscaping. It'll give you the green space as well, the nice, beautiful, lush landscaping, as well as the privacy factor that you may be looking for. We have amazing amenities here. We have a 2-story clubhouse that will have an infinity pool that will also overlook and see the ocean. And then we also have a multi-purpose court, which is a tennis court and basketball court combo. There will be 2 fitness centers, an indoor fitness center as well as an outdoor gym. So we're looking at creating in this 63 acres of community an overall lifestyle. So when that gate opens and you come into the gates of Edgehill, we want the world to feel, you want to feel like, I'm home and I don't have to go back out there. I can go jogging. There's a jogging trail, a walking trail. So you really have an overall lifestyle here at this property. And we're looking forward to, to watching people enjoy their new home. We partnered with Keller Williams, our local realtors, and Rory Marsh will be leading their team. And we partnered with them to do the marketing here in Jamaica, as well as branching out to their UK and Canada offices as well. So yeah, they've become a great partner of mine, and they've just been amazing.
your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
I started out selling out of the trunk of my car.
If everybody think the same way, everybody going in the same line.
Being an entrepreneur takes everything that you've got.
Weekends? What's weekends? We work on a weekend.
There are real opportunities everywhere you look. But you have to have the passion.
If I do my part well, then everything is okay.
We believed in ourselves and our families believed in us.
Being convinced of this great opportunity, why we are all here doing what we're doing now.
Cameo takes you behind the scenes of Jamaica's exploding creative industries to give you an insider's look at how creatives get the job done.
I'm really picky about how we treat our customers.
As creative people, we went a little bit over the top.
Each week, we interview innovators leading the charge in their industry. The chaos of creativity meets the stricture of structure on Business Access TV's Cameo.
What strikes me is the fact that it's a contemporary Jamaican paradise. That's the feel that it is, you know, and just in them explaining all of the amenities that, you know, is about to be here. You know, you just feel like you're in the gates of paradise. It's just about an hour and a half away from Kingston, so, you know, very easily accessible. They really touched on the safety of the property, and, you know, that's a very big concern, especially Jamaicans that are looking to come back to Jamaica. What I really loved was the passion that the developers have poured into this project, not just as a community, you know, a gated community, but also what it's doing for the community.
I think the price is value for money. I like the setup. I like the location. It's in the hills of St. Mary. You have a nice sea view. It has a very nice, eclectic, modern look. So I really like it.
I think it's just right in the market that you're thinking about, because when you think about a 3-bedroom with that much space, 1,900 square foot, or the unit which is 1,600, for the space, for the view, for where you are, I mean, it's great price. But when you think about what's going on definitely along the coast coming up in terms of the price range, and when you look at the other islands and where prices are going, this is a bargain, because you can't think of anything in any other island right now less than maybe probably $500,000 US. You can't think about it. And as you see, like what's happening in Kingston, what you see what's happening all over this island, prices are moving as fast as ever. It's ready to blast off. The amount of amenities is perfect. Perfect.
I realize they're very homely. They are really good for people with small children. The master bedrooms, they are spacious, and I especially love the closet space. It's quite generous. I never usually see this kind of space closets in these kind of developments, which is good. The finish is really good, and that is something I also look for when I'm looking at units, because if the workmanship is shoddy, it does take away from the ambience of the premises. I do not know who was the decorator or the designer. They also did a good job, and how they have arranged the furniture and so on really made it an asset to the units.
The location is a little bit away from the main, but it's the general layout is pretty good. The units themselves are fairly well laid out. Maybe need a little bit more dining area on one of the smaller model. But overall, the valuation for the project, especially with the land space, is pretty good. I feel that, you know, a lot of probably returning residents as well as locals might have a value in this project. So overall, I think it was very good.
I think the units are amazing. I personally like this one, which is the Diana, for two reasons.
The size is beautiful, plus that's my daughter's name. But beside that, I think it's a great development. I think it's a great location and it will do super well.
It's a really beautiful unit. I mean, I'd move in right away. I like the space, I like the design, the flow, and the openness. So whether you are looking to entertain friends, whether you're looking to have your family together, it's open, but yet it's close. It offers that kind of a look and feel.
I love the master bedroom. It's homely, it's comfortable. It's very inviting. When you come in, you just want to go straight into your bed. That's how beautiful it was. And it was just simple, clean, and right to the point.
This is such an exciting opportunity for us at Keller Williams, Jamaica. A lot of people do not know this, but Gates of Edge Hill is the largest development that has taken place in the parish of St. Mary ever. So it's only fitting that the developers chose Keller Williams, Jamaica, being a part of the largest real estate franchise in the world. We're in 26 countries, and so we have buyers coming. We have 170,000 agents spread across the globe. So in Jamaica, we have 60 agents in Jamaica, all fired up and ready to sell this development. So far, everybody loves it. The size of the units, all the bedrooms are larger than anything else on the market. The homes, over 1,900 square feet for a 3-bedroom, fantastic. You won't find that anywhere else. The finishing is top-notch. The roads are made of concrete to keep a high standard, low maintenance. I mean, the quality of the workmanship is excellent. So we anticipate that we will have a tremendous uptake for both local investors and overseas investors. The real estate market in Jamaica right now is at its most exciting point. With new development orders, Kingston is developing, Oakhurst is developing, Montego Bay is developing, and now St. Mary is developing. No one knew that Jamaica would be doing so well in the real estate market right now, but everybody has an interest in Jamaica right now. Our close proximity to the United States makes it a stone throw away. All the airlifts coming through our airports, the private jets coming into the airport just down the road. We're currently in one of the best periods for real estate. So I'm very excited about the opportune time for this development to hit the market. This is a blessing for Jamaica, a development like this. We can't compare it with anything else on the market. The clubhouse has a beautiful sea view. So sea views, spacious homes, a 24-hour gated community, located within 25 minutes from Dunsroe Falls, located 5 minutes from an international airport is fantastic.
J&B Bank is here because we're interested in making the Gates of Edge Hill a preferred lender partner. Jamaica National has a developer program whereby we assist local developers in marketing their projects to the local market and, of course, Jamaicans overseas. The Jamaican diaspora is a very large community outside of Jamaica, and they want to own a piece of the rock, so we want them to come home. And Jamaica National's developer program covers multiple projects, but the Gates of Edge Hill, which is a new and upcoming project, is one that the society is very interested in participating in because it's gorgeous. The developer program is that we'll assist the developer in identifying who are potential customers. So we will pre-approve clients for them. As someone walks through the door, we will do an assessment, and that process is a pre-approval process. It's really an assessment of a person's identity and a verification of their income. And from that, we assist the developer in making a decision as to whether or not to move forward with the customer.
The Good Life, your weekly dose of information on nutrition, wellness, and fitness. Discover ways to nurture your mind, body, and spirit.
In this 1 degree, you're able to do many things.
I think the field found me.
I'd rather work with the deceased than work with the living.
Let us open your mind to careers you've never considered.
Miniature model maker.
Game technician.
Animator.
Youth empowerment.
Career moves.
Anywhere money is, that's where I am.
I do have a dream, and I know you have a dream, that we can make Jamaica the place of choice for you to choose to live, to work, to do business.
We are going for the Jamaica we want. Making steady progress to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals in our National Development Plan, Vision 2030 Jamaica. We have teamed up with valued partners, working through strong institutions to reduce inequalities in our society. We commit to being responsible in our production and consumption, ensuring we build sustainable communities in harmony with nature. Jamaica is making significant strides in providing quality, lifelong education for all, enabling our people to be engaged in decent work to drive economic growth, equipping men and women with the skills to build resilient infrastructure, promote sustainable industry, foster innovation, and utilize new technologies. Urgent action is being taken to manage natural resources responsibly, protecting clean water sources, ensuring access to water and sanitation for all, diversifying to alternative energy sources, conserving our environment and sustaining life below water and on land. Jamaica is making moves to ensure healthy lifestyles for the well-being of our people. We're promoting sustainable agriculture to achieve food security, improve nutrition, and end extreme hunger, putting in the work to end poverty in all its forms. We're on track in achieving our Sustainable Development Goals through realizing our Vision 2030 Jamaica. We will leave no one behind.
And I'm chilling right now, cause we're winning right now.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
Hey guys, I'm Candy and welcome to Chill Spot, Jamaica's ultimate leisure show. This season promises to reveal some of the hidden treasures of the lifestyle industry by taking you to the chill spots of some of Jamaica's most brilliant business minds, giving you a glimpse into how they choose to unwind and just hold a vibe. You won't want to miss what happens next. Stay tuned.
Dodge & Global offers a CPA scholarship program to team members who join our team. A career in accountancy at Dodge & Global is a great choice and can offer you excellent job prospects. We believe that an accounting education is the greatest gift you can give yourself or anyone else. Few gifts make as significant an impact as the gift of an accountancy education with a job. It's a contribution that lasts a lifetime in the form of learning, opportunity, and success. Join our team and get the opportunity to be part of our CPA scholarship program. This scholarships awards program will be administered by the HR department of Dodge & Global. Requirement: first degree in accounting. Employed at Dodge & Global. Willing to pursue the CPA examination. Here's how to apply. Submit application to Staff Accountant, Dodge & Global. Email sa@dodgen.com.
Cameo brings the creative industries to life, highlighting creatives in different fields each week. Art.
My life turns art. I breathe, I eat art.
Fashion. Food.
Without a customer, we're nothing but four walls.
Music. Film. Cameo, only on Business Access TV.
Hi, it's Novia MacDonald White, Senior Associate Editor at the Jamaica Observer. And guess what? You are watching Business Access Television.
I am Valerie Vieira, Chief Executive Officer, Jamaica Business Development Corporation. At heart, I'm a true country girl, and still is, despite having lived and went to school and university in Kingston. I am very fortunate to have a family that's a real family. I have an older brother and I have 4 sisters. I'm the older one, so I'm the mistress of the clan. But we grew up as a team and we still operate as a team. And with the new ones coming on board, the nieces and nephews, it's a larger team. Very fabulous experience growing up with these people. I am in the public sector from day one, and it's a kind of family history because all my family have served at some point in their life in the public sector. Many of them have branched out into their own businesses, but they still find time, even then, to be part of the National Development Program. So I guess it was sort of natural. I never thought of going anywhere else but working at a national level in the public sector. You'll find that my qualifications from, I started university, and I'm still learning, by the way, and all the programs I have attended and participated in have been focused a lot on how you can contribute to national development. And I've had a very fulfilling life, career, and I can hardly think of a regret to this day. I might have had some obstacles which I converted into stepping stones to somewhere else, something else, a bigger plan. So I'm not one of those persons who have a lot of story to tell about all the hardships. I have more stories that overcome challenges along the way, which I have utilized to grow, really. And I still continue to grow, and I believe, again, based on my family kind of development, that we continue to grow if we want to really enjoy life. And I am still enjoying life a lot, even now. I come from a home where respect and integrity was not negotiable. And this, of course, has forward into my adult life. And respect was for every single person we encountered. My dad was a manager at JPS, Jamaica Public Service. We moved to Manchester when I was probably about 8. And that was when Jamaica Public Service was introducing their services in that area of the country. When he was asked to go to Mandeville, that was like, my goodness, what a disaster, because they're just about to build their dream home in Seville, in St. Anne. Well, you know, it turned out to be a very important experience for all of us. What I saw from his work, and I say was because he passed about 3 years ago, but what I learned instinctively from him, one, as I said before, respect was due. He was never the boss. He was the manager of a team. So respect was due. Integrity, he was one of the first persons to be receiving national honors from the JPS team. And we're very proud of that. He also taught us that every member of the team was important, which again has impacted my own operation, even at JBDC. People will often hear me say that if our gardener, aka he says he is the environmental manager, and he is, if he doesn't do his work well, when you enter JBDC's compound, you start with a bad impression. So I learned that from him as well. As I said, he probably was even a little bit naive in terms of never thinking that people would do evil. We just grew up thinking that there is good in everybody. We grew up learning to share. He paid many school fees for people, even without us knowing. And that again has guided me fast forward into my adult life, because I've fostered a young lady who I'm very proud of, who is now married, and actually I have a grandson from her. But there are other people who I have quietly supported, not because you want any acclamation, but because it's the right thing to do. My mother was his queen, and so she was the queen of the house, and he would respect that. I've never heard him speaking hard to her. My mom was stay at home, and maybe that was something that was excellent for us. We learned a lot at the kitchen table apart from cooking. One of those things was to save. If you earn $10, you can't consume $10. And when we started getting pocket money, which was like 2 shillings, that's dating me, we had to put 1 shilling in the saving box. And the end of the month, my sister and I had to go to the post office bank to put that money in the bank. We thought 2 shillings to put in the bank was just not for us to do. My parents, they were not interested in that. They were interested in the fact that we must learn not to consume all that we have. And surprisingly, that saving was part of the down payment for our house, which we now have in Kingston. My parents wanted to train us how to apportion your income. Part of that was entertainment as well, but a big part had to be savings. And I've taken that into my adult life. So I'm not one of those persons who consume every dollar that I earn. And I'm not persuaded that if you earn what you think is a small salary, that you need to consume everything. I'm more persuaded that you need to adjust your lifestyle to save something. And my parents always said that we as young women should never ever have to be looking to get married or so on because we need somebody else to complete us in any way. In fact, we're told that we were all people, full people. So if you were seeking a partner, it should be another full circle that joins with you, not a half person looking for another half person to make a whole. So we have had some of those sound foundations from home. And it has taken me into my work. The MSME sector is acknowledged, recognized. It's at the table for the conversation, making their input, not being spoken of, but being spoken with.
Great design is not only how things look, but also how well they work. The GLC, more than meets the eye.
Doggin Global is an integrated multidisciplinary professional service firm in the Caribbean region. We are integrated as one regional firm and provide several professional services, including audit and assurance, advisory, tax, risk, and legal. Our advisory services focus on our clients' most critical issues and opportunities: strategy, marketing, organization, operations, technology, transformation, digital, advanced analytics, corporate finance, mergers and acquisitions, and sustainability across all industries and geographies. Growing your business through mergers and acquisition, raising finance, or looking to join public markets requires specialist advice. Doggin Global provide a full range of corporate finance services, from initial assessment of strategy through to deal completion. In-depth knowledge of industry sectors and markets provides valuable insight into specific opportunities and risks for your company. Our corporate finance specialists assist clients to develop an acquisition approach, identify targets or interested parties, instigate negotiations, and help conclude transactions. Our global reach allows us to provide advice and local knowledge to assist with foreign acquisitions and sales. How Doggin Global can help. If you're looking to sell your business or plan an exit strategy, Doggin Global can help you with initial preparation, valuation, and marketing to potential investors, negotiation through to tax minimization and investment planning. Doggin Global corporate finance includes business valuations, raising finance, financial restructuring, negotiations and vendor protections, IPOs or flotation, management buyouts or ins, key management incentive schemes, succession planning and development, preparing businesses for sale, exit strategies, contact information, website www.doggin.global, email info@doggin.global, Caribbean headquarters, Doggin Global, Doggin Towers, 4749, Trinidad Terrace, Kingston 5, Jamaica. Telephone 876-929-2518, 876-926-5210, 876-630-2011.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
At Harvard, I found that I knew a lot because sometimes we speak down our local institutions. And when I went to Harvard, I realized how much I learned at UWI, Mona. And it pushed me pretty much forward. I came back with a confidence that I had new skills. And I feel, having experienced that I share that with my staff, because we have a young staff at JBDC, and I always say to them, you need to continuously be learning something new or else you'll be left behind. I take it to my own family, my nieces and nephews, 100% behind them to move forward with their learning process. And when I came back, they had just restructured JNIP, JIDC, which is where I was from, and the Jamaica National Export, JNEC. They were now JAMPRO. And they asked me what area I would be interested in coming back to. And I selected the technical area. And I became in charge of negotiating technical assistance for Jamaica, under JAMPRO programs and so on, and managing a technical team, which included engineers and so on. Remember, I'm not a technical, I'm an administrator. But I learned that you should not necessarily be the engineer who manages a team, because the role of the manager is not to necessarily be doing all the specific work, but to ensure that it happens. So I had that team. And as I said, there was an alignment, because I came back, I must say, and I don't usually talk about it, but I got a great mark in the negotiation program. And it equipped me very well for that kind of work. So I got into good books with the UNDP people. So we had a program that I led in the negotiation, which actually turned out to be the foundation for the JBDC now. Because that program, through good management with the team, I had a strong team, we then evolved into the organization that is now Jamaica Business Development Corporation. It took a few years, but it was such an exciting journey. We started off with the micro and small business sector being seen as the flavor of the month. It was politically correct to say supporting these people. But I was clear that it needed more than that. And I was fortunate to have in my team people who shared the vision. And we embarked on a program of really getting the sector recognized as a key part of economic development. If anybody asks me what would be a legacy that I would be proud of, one of them would be that the MSME sector is acknowledged, recognized, it's at the table for the conversation, making their input, not being spoken of, but being spoken with. And almost every institution at tertiary level now speaks of small business and entrepreneurship and all of that. Before now, entrepreneurship was only big man thing. You had to have money, you had to have big factory and all of this. And I do recall my team and I, did we say we're a little off? We took a container and we got some blessing from the government at the time, the minister we had, and he allowed us. We took a container and converted it into a movable factory. We went all over Jamaica, having it on a flatbed truck, taking it all over, talking about production in a container, showing that production don't have to be big factory. Exciting days. We're all over the place. And meeting with the real people. As a country girl, I love to relate to my country people. They are real people. And we were so excited when we could share with them possibilities that were pregnant for development. You know, demonstrating that small business is big business if done right. And this is really the essence of JBDC. How do we provide support to small businesses at all levels? Whether you're making tambourine ball for the pharmacy, it has to be done to standards. It has to be properly priced. Sanitation has to be right, just as if you're making it to export. And this has been the belly of JBDC. And that is a legacy that when I sit in my rocking chair, I will really feel excited that the MSME sector has come into its own. It even has a policy and others coming out of that main policy to support their development. And now the profile has changed dramatically from being somebody distributive trade to university graduates coming out and starting their own, you know, small businesses. I'm very excited about that. JBDC has been in existence since 2001. We learned early in the day that we needed to translate our language. At one point, we spoke to ourselves. And our lead consultant then is Greek. And I said, Mr. Todi, if we talk Greek, nobody answers us, understand what we're saying. So guess what? We need to go back to basics and speak the language that can be understood. So we were so caught up at first into the concepts, and it was fantastic, exciting, all of us. But we needed to speak the language, which we easily converted. To say that we have gotten support, I'd say yes. From day one, Mr. Patterson then was our Prime Minister, and he launched JBDC. We have never turned back since then. All our ministers, to different degrees, have provided support. You see, we are not an organization that you can forget that's there. We are not that kind of team. We are very forward-thinking and in your face. Everybody knows that. JBDC will go where angels dare not. And if you want an example of public-private sector partnership, JBDC would be one of those organizations. Lots of our programs are funded by private sector organizations. They couldn't happen without that. We also negotiate and stand on our reputation for successful delivery of programs with the international communities. We work outside of Jamaica as well, and we do earn some money from that. So putting all that together and going back to my childhood where you learn to live on what you earn, we have managed to be doing good work. You can earn big money as a small business, even more so now with technology.
Hello, my name is Blake Widmer. I'm the co-founder of Deaf Can Coffee. And the exposure that we had to the just general community through Business Access TV itself is awesome. It was a big deal for them, you know, having BATV come here, and we were with you guys for probably 4 hours that day. It was a long time. We really appreciate your guys' openness to recognize that, yeah, captions are important. If a deaf person's watching it, how are they gonna understand what's being said? So looking back is just a big boost, encouragement for our team. If you're a business or an organization that wants to have yourselves featured on BATV, or you want to do advertising with BATV, what I would tell them is that you guys listen well and you ask good questions, and that will help, at the end of the day, deliver a really good product for your business too.
Your business matters. Promote it on Business Access TV.
I started out selling out of the trunk of my car.
If everybody think the same way, everybody going in the same line.
Being an entrepreneur takes everything that you've got. Weekends? What's weekends? We work on a weekend.
There are real opportunities everywhere you look.
But you have to have the passion.
If I do my part well, then everything is okay.
We believed in ourselves and our families believed in us.
Being convinced of this great opportunity, why we are all here doing what we're doing now.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
This is Caroline Smith, marketing implementer for Sol Western Caribbean for Shell Lubricants, and you're watching Business Access TV, and they are serious about business.
This is exciting days for MSMEs. What is critical in our understanding is that whereas before industry and economic development spoke to big companies making big impact, in analyzing, we recognize that in every industry, every single one, barring none, there is a segment for the MSMEs to operate successfully. And that is usually the most exciting part, by the way. It's usually the creative aspect of it, the specialist areas. So if it's food and they're making tamarind ball, it's not the regular tamarind ball. And you see that in our Things Jamaica shops. You don't find that agility so much in a large company. So I think the psychological shift that people recognize that there are many benefits that can be derived from being a small, efficient, effective operation. You can earn big money as a small business, even more so now with technology. And this is what JBDC is all about. And we have different levels in the profile now. We just had cohort 2 of our accelerator program launched. And these are about 20 high growth possibility companies that we have identified, mainly young businesses, young people, who with a little help can really make it big in the marketplace. So you have that kind of group. And we see how we use some of the experienced business people to mentor them and to help prepare them for the marketplace. In the first cohort, some have even become suppliers to large ones, and they're in export. So it's not about you being small and everything about being sort of, other. It's about where in that value chain you fall as a small business. What we are working on now is the kind of enriching support that we continuously have to give from an organization like a JBDC. So we do have the business advisory group who will help them formalize and, sort of go through the concept. But we have a whole resource center that provides technical support to them, or engineers or food technologists or product designers and so on. This is service that the government now is paying to provide to the group, you know? So it's just like a person, an individual, need to know what is their need. And this is what we do at JBDC. So it's an exciting time for the small business people, because more and more people want design-led products. These are the products that a small producer who has the agility to change, to respond quickly to consumer tastes. These are the opportunities. The opportunities are pregnant for exploiting, you know? And this is what we are behind to make sure that the support system is there. And I know a lot of people talk about finance being a kind of block. And there is some limitation which we are helping to work through. But finance comes when you have the product right, when you have the business right, when your governance structure is right. And I always say B&B don't work. Bed and boardroom don't necessarily work. So we work through those things with our small businesses. You are small, it don't mean you have to be inefficient and ineffective. It means that you have to run a tight shop because you don't have the fat of some of the larger companies to do it wrong and recover. You know, but the demand for specialist products is really blossoming, not only in Jamaica, internationally. So it's how you help that group and support them, because the large ones have gotten support over the years. I have asked also that we develop a manual on step-by-step entry into the external markets. We work closely with JAMPRO on this, but I say for JBDC, we need to have clear the steps to get into the Canadian market, get in the US market, and we are saying, by the way, that market don't equal US. We as JBDC, we are looking at the regional market as a great opportunity as well. So we're focusing a lot on that because we know that we're doing the work in terms of product development, but we have to move forward, because it's business. We have to look forward now into market. Our ministry that we fall under, that portfolio, includes agriculture. And so we're working back with our colleagues in agriculture, and we're looking at the extraction industry, for instance, how we can develop that, because, you know, a lot of our spices and our herbs and so on can be converted to many other products. It's the base for many products, and we have really lagged behind in that. We're getting a lot of support, and we're working together with the agricultural side of our ministry to make sure that that becomes a critical part. You can use it in the spar products, use it in the specialty foods. Even some of them for dyeing, you know, is part of that whole process. So it's not only about somebody who is in distributive trade. It's about all business opportunities. This is what we do every day, seeking new opportunities, but under a big umbrella. So while we explore one thing, we see how we can expand that umbrella to bring on board other activities, business opportunities in the value chain. Many people are scared to share because they have been burnt. And key for us at JBDC is that your information, we're committed to confidentiality. So you don't have to be nervous to share. What we will say to you is, if it's something that you need to register your IP, intellectual property, we'll guide you through that process. Where we can provide the service that you need is for us to guide and negotiate with other agencies, whether it's local or international, to ensure that your basket has in it all the components that you would need to move forward. And in our system, failure is not a disaster. I have two aspects to wealth. Wealth in terms of money is Not all the money I might have in the bank, but that I'm able to pay my bills without people knocking on the door. That is important wealth, because I grew up in that system where we never had people we have to hide from anybody to pay a bill. Secondly is when you can look people in the eye. That to me is the greatest wealth. When you can look people in the eye without hesitating, because you don't feel guilty that you have gone out of your way to do anybody harm. I think that the peace that comes from that is the most fantastic wealth you can experience, when your inner spirit can be calm despite all the noise around you, because you have done your best.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
Hey guys, I'm Candy and welcome to Chill Spot, Jamaica's ultimate leisure show. This season promises to reveal some of the hidden treasures of the lifestyle industry by taking you to the chill spots of some of Jamaica's most brilliant business minds, giving you a glimpse into how they choose to unwind and just pull a vibe. You won't want to miss what happens next. Stay tuned.
In this 1 degree, you're able to do many things.
I think the field found me.
I'd rather work with the deceased than work with the living.
Let us open your mind to careers you've never considered.
Manager, model maker,
Game technician,
Animator,
Youth empowerment.
Career moves.
Anywhere money is, that's where I am.
This week on Caring Hands. The Caribbean, a veritable paradise, home to a unique variety of flora and fauna. One of the world's greatest centers for endemic species and biodiversity. Local environmental and small community-based groups are playing a critical role in protecting and conserving this biodiversity by promoting sustainable livelihoods. Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic are reaping the benefits of this approach. In Jamaica, the Southern Trelawney Environmental Agency STEO works to conserve and protect the cockpit country. One of the last remaining areas of undisturbed forest in the island, it supports the largest number of globally threatened species in the Caribbean.
Biodiversity is quite unique across cockpit country. And I'd say that all the species of Jamaican plants can be found in cockpit country. All the habitats of all the rare fauna, lizards, frogs, bird species are here. And the folk form and the culture of Maroon people spreads into this area.
The Windsor Research Centre facilitates and conducts research on the Cockpit Country, the source of fresh water used by 40% of Jamaicans.
This is the Martha Brae. This is one of the important aspects of biodiversity that we need to highlight for conservation. The river is one of the 5 major rivers that flow out of Cockpit Country and supply the entire western part of Jamaica with fresh drinking water which is ready to drink right now. What's really important is to maintain the connectivity between the different areas of forest and river so that the animals and the plants that migrate and spread and reproduce are able to find their partners.
The Portland Bight Protected Area on the south coast has the largest intact area of mangrove forest in Jamaica. The wetlands and seagrass beds provide possibly the largest nursery habitat for sea life on the island. The Caribbean Coastal Area Management Foundation, CCAM, promotes sustainable development and coastal conservation in the Portland Bight area.
That includes communities from Hellshire in the east to just inside Milk River. So it includes places like Portland Cottage, Kemps Hill, Old Harbour Bay, Rocky Point, Lionel Town, and Salt River as well. Within the Portland Bight Protected Area, there are a number of important flora and fauna. Some of those include the iguana and the crocodile, as well as other plant species. There are a number of other important and special things that are within Portland Bight and not within the rest of Jamaica.
In the Dominican Republic, key biodiversity areas support the full range of Caribbean ecosystems and populations of 50 globally threatened species.
Bauruco es uno de los hotspots más importantes que tiene la República Dominicana. Otra de la gran importancia que tiene la Sierra de Bauruco es que pertenece adentro de la Reserva de Biosfera. La Reserva de Biosfera está constituida por 3 parques nacionales, el Parque Nacional Jaragua, el Parque Nacional Sierra de Bauruco y el Parque Nacional Lago Enriquillo. Y es un lugar donde la biodiversidad y los diferentes ecosistemas de la isla confluyen, siendo la primera reserva de biosfera en la República Dominicana.
Parque Nacional Montaña Lomeadora es muy rico en biodiversidad, forma parte de lo que es llamado un corredor de biodiversidad que se ha llamado Región Fitogeográfica Casabito, desde Casabito hasta el sur, casi hasta el Parque Luis Quinn. En la zona hay muchas plantas endémicas, fundamentalmente, porque es una zona muy lluviosa, prácticamente la zona donde más llueve en el país. Muchas riquezas en plantas adaptadas a estas condiciones de lluvia y con algunos endemismos locales. En fauna hay el reporte de algunas aves importantes, hay nidificación de cotorra, de perico dentro del parque y poblaciones que se están monitoreando de los anfibios de la familia Ilidae que son endémicos del país.
But the fragile ecosystems of the islands are under threat.
We're currently on the Little Goat Island, which is next to the Great Goat Island. The Galleon Harborfish Sanctuary is in between and surrounding both of the islands. It is of importance because of its flora and fauna. In particular, right now we're talking about some of the mangrove areas. Some of the persons going to the mangroves are removing the mangroves without permits and without replanting.
See, look at fish them there or Goat Island around them barn and grow. No fish no left from foreign now we come in a Goat Island. Because Goat Island surrounding like a pond. The whole of them the fish that breed up around there. So around the way as the little skull boat man, small engine man we can't go out in the deep. Around there we fishing. You understand? So them try to take a Goat Island for a boy, we don't know, it's terrible.
If we look at the planning policies within Jamaica, sometimes we're saying that a development is more important than conserving the environment, and sometimes the trade-off is not sufficient to conserve what it is that we have.
If they were to look at bauxite mining or limestone mining as potential areas of revenue generation for the state economy, then that would result in a policy that allows for prospecting licenses to mine. And if people came and found bauxite in the unique locations in Cockpit Country, anything in there that is part of the species population would be destroyed.
Coming up on Caring Hands.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters.
Call us at 876-291-6233 or 876-376-4225. Email sales@batvja.com.
In this 1 degree, you're able to do many things.
I think the field found me.
I'd rather work with the deceased than work with the living.
Let us open your mind to careers you've never considered.
Manager, model maker,
Game technician.
animator,
Good job. Empowerment.
Career moves.
Anywhere money is, that's where I am.
I started out selling out of the trunk of my car.
If everybody think the same way, everybody going in the same line.
Being an entrepreneur takes everything that you've got. Weekends? What's weekends? We work on a weekend.
There are real opportunities everywhere you look.
But you have to have the passion.
If I do my part well, then everything is okay.
We believed in ourselves and our families believed in us.
Being convinced of this great opportunity, why we are all here doing what we're doing now.
Hey guys, I'm Candy and welcome to Chill Spot, Jamaica's ultimate leisure show. This season promises to reveal some of the hidden treasures of the lifestyle industry by taking you to the chill spots of some of Jamaica's most brilliant business minds, giving you a glimpse into how they choose to unwind and just pull a vibe. You won't want to miss what happens next. Stay tuned.
This is Caroline Smith, marketing implementer for Sol Western Caribbean for Shell Lubricants, and you're watching Business Access TV, and they are serious about business.
In Haiti, 99% of the original forest cover has been lost, leaving unique species at risk in key biodiversity areas.
Forêt des pins son cancer pour lui environ 78. Son côté nous te gagne 32 000 hectares. Parce que là où ce nous zone tampon, mais couvrir des toits là pour attaquer forêt. Ça veut dire ou pas faire 2 minutes là pour attaquer forêt. Ça veut dire là nous préparer forêt. Depuis que nous des tout là, on a forêt des pins. Forme tout ça et kounya là et dans détruire des trucs forêt là kounya l'autre absent ou frise là. Ça a l'intention de détruire des trucs forêt et forme tout ça dans 32 000 hectares de terre kounya là pas qu'à joindre 6 000 bien reboisés dans terre. Parce que ouais, spécialement kounya là où t'as prêté l'autre dans ba bouillir. C'est fait bois peur. Et spécialement ça rend que et les comme ça tout nous on l'appli et ça rend que nous désolosement en pile rêve nous objectif nous comme nous nous-mêmes en tant qu'organisation c'est à reboiser forêt des pins mettre dans soin que était arrivé et démobiliser forêt des pins déboisement qui part était nous bien pour communauté.
On dirait que ça arrive souvent tout le temps parce que forêt a envahi et mon sorti de l'autre côté qui vient envahir forêt pour faire jardin. Ça veut dire ça arrive très souvent nous joindre à couper bois, à faire jardin dans forêt, à craser forêt. Parfois nous parlons avec eux ça pour arrêter.
Toute espèce de bête mais à cause de déboisement ils détruit
En gros, nous avons une série de formes de les musiciens. Leur passer en dedans forêt à son plaisir. Pour les petits musiciens, ça va chanter. Mais nous avons habillé les comme ça, là, tant que les gens en température, nous avons habillé à chanter, mais à cause de nous avons perdu, nous sommes obligés à vivre sur le territoire dominicain.
Las amenazas que tiene Sierra de Bauruco son varias. Estas amenazas son varias, principalmente la extracción de maderas, la realización de carbón, la recolección de pichones de cotorra. Hemos podido disminuir estas amenazas prácticamente en un 80%.
La situación en el Parque Nacional Sierra de Bauruco, en la frontera especialmente, pues era totalmente caótica, porque usted podía contar hasta 30 y 40 hornos de carbón a la orilla del camino. Pero después de llegar a la sociedad ornitológica, el proyecto, a este lugar pues ha ido disminuyendo con el apoyo que ellos nos han brindado.
Conversion of the forest for agricultural purposes is also a threat to biodiversity.
La humeadora tuvo muchos problemas desde el punto de vista de agricultura, de extracción de madera y siembra, sobre todo agricultura para la siembra de café y en gran parte ganadería.
A farmer will be farming on one plot for a year, 2 years, and fertility of the soil decreases for whichever crop he or she is planting. And one of the first considerations is to shift the production from one location to a new location. So in shifting, he's removing all of that forest cover to facilitate his agricultural production. In so doing, he's removing the biological diversity. He is shrinking the size of the forest overall.
In Haiti, local organizations are educating the community on the impact of deforestation and engaging them in reforestation efforts.
Nous-mêmes, qui ça nous fait en tant qu'organisation, c'est mobiliser les paysans, aider aux formation, et que tant que j'en ai là, quand on arrive là, quand on là, on va me en pile chasser, c'est reproduire puis boire, au conseil qui importance bien gain. Et c'est celle site là nous-mêmes, c'est celle boss avec qui va mieux si ou je tirer ça, c'est bailler formation, aider au former, dire qui importance et nous changer tout comment formuler nous avec rendre déboiser détruire dans qui état que nous venir en tant qu'organisation et
l'organisation par c'est au BATV, nous faisons reboisement, nous plantons bois, nous faisons formation avec l'organisation, dans l'église nous faisons formation pour nous expliquer ça comment on pied boyer, combien de monde va oxygène.
D'après l'environnement de
nous couper bois tout.
Oui.
Parce que nous vivons dans une zone, nous pas gain réchaud gaz, nous pas gain réchaud courant. C'est avec bois, nous couper, nous servir, nous faire manger. Et lit tout, nous faire caille, nous rester parce que nous pas des fois pas gain quantité de corps pour acheter fer, pour acheter aussi pour construire un caille. Là, là où vous avez besoin de pied, vous coupez un pied, vous faites poteau, vous faites porte-caille, vous faites chambon là dans l'air, vous restez.
Et nous essayons de planter.
Nous essayons de planter. Dans l'organisation femme, moi juste, moi demande mesdames yo, pas couper pied bois, pas quitter messieurs yo ba yo casé. Parce que une activité bois à pain. Mesdames yo transmettre à Port-au-Prince. Gay une organisation. Et puis là m'a fait formation, là m'a rentré dans concession, m'a dit côté grand papa nous yo va aller. Yo dit oui, me dit bon n'a vendre chandelle. Si n'a vendre chandelle là, c'est comme si c'est mon nan k'ap casé ba non, c'est nous voyer le casé. Ou pas aller, mais de pour voir un monde c'est où qui cause. Vous comprenez? Mesdames, yo cible yo non pas couper pied bois tout, mais yo manqué sensibiliser.
Pour y aller nous venir dans pour y aller dans pays nous était pour y aller d'après la d'accord ça. Et pour y aller nous tenons noir, pour y aller nous dans lumière, nous une organisation pour y aller nous consacrer les que fruits, le reboisement, nous connaît environnement. Inspiré pour nous.
Qui ça nous devait faire? C'était jouer une sémence. C'était jouer une sémence, jouer nos moyens, un projet qui a projeté nous, demander nous pour nous faire reboisement. Et nous avons fait avec Timoun l'école. Ça te porté attention, je créé l'école, ça me déroulé le des verres de Carole. Moi j'aime ça créer et moi mes pieds bois en pile, moi mes environnement.
In the Dominican Republic, Local organizations join forces with international agencies like the Critical Ecosystem Partnership Fund, CEPF, to improve the management of key biodiversity areas.
Al inicio del proyecto con el CPF solamente había un administrador y ahora ¿qué tenemos? Tenemos 14 personas que están trabajando en el área protegida distribuido en todo el parque, es decir, en las 3 provincias y en los 5 municipios que bordean el área protegida. Esos guardaparques, además de la formación que tienen tradicional, formal del Ministerio de Ambiente, conozcan el vínculo y la importancia de trabajar con las comunidades.
Aquí yo soy inspector general de caza y pesca. Trabajo también en medio ambiente. Oiga, yo cuido las aguas, las aves, los árboles. Yo aquí no pueden pasar con madera por ahí, no, porque parece ahí, ¿entiendes? Las cortaste, ¿qué pasó? Eso tú sabes. Si tumbamos esos palos, esos árboles, tumbamos todo, las aguas se secan las aguas. Y aquí nosotros somos ricos de agua, ya la gente ha creado conciencia.
La juventud se ha visto muy interesada y con muchas ganas de ser partícipe también y de lograr una diferencia en cuanto a la gestión y qué yo estoy haciendo por cuidar mi medio ambiente, que al final de cuentas es de lo que yo voy a vivir.
Esos jóvenes van a llevar luego mañana en su conciencia las cosas que deben hacer sobre los recursos naturales y qué no deben hacer.
¿Quién es la biodiversidad?
Nosotros mismos. Una de las estrategias que he diseñado ProNatura para construir la sostenibilidad de los procesos es trabajar con las escuelas. Trabajar con las escuelas, con los maestros, con los directores y con los niños. Los niños ayudan a que otros niños se comuniquen entre sí, puedan hablar de qué es eso de la biodiversidad, qué es eso de la humeadora.
Nos dijeron de la humeadora, que cómo era, y nos dijeron también, y eso fue muy lindo, y nos dijeron también que si nos gustaría aprender a hablar con cámara, y nosotros dijimos que sí y nos enseñaron.
Tuvimos lo que fue tirándole a foto a las plantas, a los animales y a las flores. Estuvimos trabajando con la biodiversidad y la montaña humeadora, que es un parque donde la nube nunca se aleja.
Cuando CPF patrocina a estas casi 19 proyectos y un tanto como más de 12 organizaciones aquí en la República Dominicana, estamos promoviendo de que la gente conserve para sí misma. La gente está hablando, trabajando, dialogando y viendo cómo consiguen soluciones en conjunto para la conservación de la biodiversidad.
Coming up on Caring Hands.
I started out selling out of the trunk of my car.
If everybody think the same way, everybody going in the same line.
Being an entrepreneur takes everything that you've got. Weekends? What's weekends? We work on a weekend.
There are real opportunities everywhere you look.
But you have to have the passion.
If I do my part well, then everything is okay.
We believed in ourselves and our families believed in us.
Being convinced of this great opportunity, why we are all here doing what we're doing now.
Cameo brings the creative industries to life. Highlighting creatives in different fields each week. Art.
My life turns art. I breathe, I eat art.
Fashion.